All verse rising my soul family. Peace to the God stars and goddesses. And I say it again. Peace to the God stars and goddesses. Now, soul family, with this topic, we're going to share that the white supremacy mainstream media in the Western countries like USA has highly promoted and highly overrated these European white women, Latin women, and Mexican women to be these ultra feminine women, and saying that Mexican, Latin, and European white women are more feminine than African, Caribbean, Samoan, and all different nationalities of melanated women, which is very false. And let me tell you why. Because when these Mexican and Latin and European white women get around these spiritually awake nationalities of dark-skinned melanated men, these Mexican and Latin and European white women, all that feminine nature, all that love, energy, feminine nature that these Mexican, Latins, and European white women have, that stuff goes out the window, because a lot of Mexican and Latin and European white women have a strong hate towards nationalities of dark-skinned melanated men who are spiritually awake and know their ancient history of being gods, right? Because it irritates, and I say this, it heavily irritates these European white women, Latin women, and Mexican women to the max when a dark-skinned melanated male of any dark-skinned nationality comprehends that he is a electron, proton, neutron, unk-life god of planet Earth in the multiverse. Like when a dark-skinned melanated male treats himself like a unk-life god of cosmo multiverse frequencies, it irritates these narcissistic, toxic Mexican, Latin, and European white women, because a lot of European white women and Latin and Mexican women, they are super crazy and ultra narcissistic, and they will backstab you and leave you with nothing. It's all true, because Mexican and Latin women, they have that European white slave owner blood from European slave owners back from the slavery era. And Latin women and Mexican women have been taught by European white slave owners to have so much hate for dark-skinned melanated males growing up. Because every Mexican woman and Latin woman, for example, they all have been taught to hate all nationalities of these dark-skinned melanated males, especially the spiritually awake dark-skinned melanated males who carry themselves like gods and don't carry themselves like some slaves being puppets to the white supremacy matrix. Because Mexican women, Latin women, and European white women, when they see a dark-skinned melanated male be in his ultra melanated power connected with African, Caribbean, and etc. dark-skinned unk-life multiverse roots, it irritates these narcissistic European white women, Latin women, and Mexican women. We all know that the Mexican women and Latin women, they got the European blood because the European slave owners had made it with a lot of Latins and Mexicans, and that's the reason why a lot of Latins and Mexicans literally look like European people these days. A lot of Mexican women have that toxic, narcissistic nature and have that egomaniac and stuck-up nature just like these European white women. Because a lot of Mexican women and Latin women, they fit right on in with these European white women that have a hate towards dark-skinned melanated culture. A lot of Mexican women, Latin women, and European white women, if you ask them what do they culturally like, what do they spiritually like about dark-skinned melanated nationalities, they cannot tell you. They just gonna try to play it off and just try to be sarcastic with it, but taking major racist shots at dark-skinned nationality melanated people. Because a lot of Mexican, Latin women, and European white women, bro, they hate us dark-skinned Caribbeans, dark-skinned Africans, dark-skinned Samoans, etc. dark-skinned nationality people. These Mexican women, these Latin women, these European white women, they will never have love for dark-skinned melanated males. I don't care how many years go by, because it's in a Mexican woman's, a Latin's woman's blood to just hate dark-skinned melanated men and the dark-skinned melanated women. A lot of Mexican women and Latino women, majority of their friends, if they're not Mexican or Latins or Salvadorians, guess what? These Latin women and these Mexican women are good friends with these stuck-up, racist European white women. These are all facts. A lot of Mexican women look like European white women these days when you look on social media. They're ultra toxic, man. They're not even worth the headache. They're not even worth, like, bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, these Mexican and Latin women are so toxic. You will not be able to take care of your hygiene to get your day started. Bro, like, it's so crazy. Like, a Latin and a Mexican woman will literally be at your doorstep around like 2:00 a.m. at midnight, asking you to talk to her after you just got done, video chatting her, for like, 30 minutes ago. And she's like right across the street and you telling her you're about to get some sleep. That's how crazy Mexican and Latin women are. That's why I'm saying they are not ultra feminine, like literally. And yeah, a lot of Mexican and Latin women, they are so argumentative and they always want to sit there and over talk a dark-skinned melanated male every time he has some intuitional intelligence that's coming from common sense of the mind, heart, and soul. These are all ultra facts. And I'm gonna repeat this. Anytime a dark-skinned melanated male is in tune with his Life Caribbean African powers, like literally, these Mexican and Latin women will be so quick to interject and overtalk a dark-skinned melanated male who's spiritually awake, that's in tune with his intuition, and not let him get the last word to educate them, because a lot of Latin women and Mexican women, they fit in the matrix by nature due to their European blood. There is no spiritually awake Latina or Mexican woman on the planet. You never saw no Mexican woman or Latina woman or European white woman be like, peace to the god stars and goddesses of Life or the multiverse cosmos. You never see that with Mexican, Latina, and these European white women. Why? Because they got European in their blood. They lack melanated soul. A lot of Mexican and Latina women are soulless vibrational beings. Just like a lot of European white women that be having reptilian eyes, they are soulless beings. These are all facts. Like literally, Mexican women, Latina women have animal DNA just like the European white women. And look, man, I'm telling you, go to any location in USA, any location in a Latin country, any location in Mexico. I'm telling you, if you're a dark-skinned melanated male, man, bro, you're not even gonna want to deal with these Latin and Mexican women anymore. You're not gonna want to deal with them, man. They're so toxic, arrogant, stuck up. If you try to educate them and try to try to tell them what they did wrong, a lot of Mexican women and Latino women are so toxic and narcissistic, they can never take accountability for what they did wrong in a connection. A lot of Mexican women and Latino women have that in common with a lot of narcissistic European white women. These three type of women can never admit when they're wrong. Like literally, a lot of European white women, Mexican women, and Latino women, due to that European blood in their DNA, they hate to admit when they're wrong. They hate to they hate to take accountability for when they hurt a soulful vibrational person, especially if it's a soulful vibrational guy in a connection. A lot of Mexican women and Latino women and European white women, they don't want to take accountability for any wrongdoing, and they think that they can't do no wrong just because they got lighter skin. And I'm like, get out of here with those bullshit, man. Like, come on. But that's all I gotta say, soul family.